Hi everyone, my name is April and welcome to Thrifted Transformations episode 22. Today we are making a Mulan costume out of these 4 items I thrifted from Savers. If you want to see the behind the scenes of me shopping for them, subscribe to my second channel, Coolirpa Show. Let's get started. So this large pink t-shirt dress was the best thing I found that would work as the robe she has on top, and I thought I'd dye it navy blue and see how it would turn out. This pink fabric I found in the fabric and tablecloths aisle at Savers, and I'm going to create Mulan's pink sash and hot glue some maroon ribbon onto it. And I chose this blue skirt because some pictures I looked at looked like the skirt underneath was light blue, but then in other pictures it looked white. So I'm going to experiment with this and use some color remover to see if I can lighten the color. I'm gonna start off with a color remover. So first I boil some water and pour the packet inside. Next, I soak the skirt to make sure it was wet first before dropping it into the color remover, and watch what happens next. The skirt first turned purple, which scared me, but then it went back to a light blue color. So if anyone wants to explain why this happened, feel free to leave a comment down below. After letting it soak for 15 to 20 minutes, the color actually got a little lighter, just enough to make it look white in the photos. In a new batch of hot water, I poured some of the blue color dye in and tested a corner of the pink dress to see what it would look like. Once I knew it wouldn't turn purple on me again, I poured more of the dye in so that the color would come out a lot darker. Then I gradually dropped the dress in so all of it can get dyed evenly, and I let the dress soak for 30 minutes before taking it out to wash and dry. Here's how the final color turned out after washing and drying. Now to turn it into a robe, I'm going to cut all the way down the center front of the dress. Then I throw it on and play around with how it's going to overlap in the front. I don't want to overlap it too much because as you can see, the armholes start to pull to the front too. So instead, I'm just going to overlap them enough for the effect, and then I'll also have to take in the back since I'm taking away from the front. This will help make it more fitted on me. Make sure to pin or mark where the folds are so you know where to go back and cut. Now I can trim the front and cut all the way around the neckline. And then I take in a couple inches from the back. Next, I'm cutting off the sleeves and shortening the length of the dress. For the maroon collar, I'm sewing together 2 pieces of ribbon to create one thick piece, but you can also use hot glue if you want to. I'm only doing this because Walmart didn't have this color in a wider size, but if you can find a bigger size ribbon, then buy that instead to save yourself the trouble. Next, the ribbon is going to be sewn starting from the waist and around the collar to the other side. You can also use hot glue for this part if you don't have a sewing machine. I decided to not sew down the other side of the ribbon so that it would actually act like a collar. Moving on to the sash around her waist, I'm cutting out a long piece of pink fabric. This piece is going to fit around your waist, so make sure you wrap it around yourself to decide how long and thick it should be. Then hem or serge the edges. My piece ended up being 5 inches wide. Now you can hot glue the maroon ribbon along the top and bottom. Next, cut out another long piece of pink fabric that's about 5 inches wide and hem the edges. At the bottom, I cut the sash at an angle and then hemmed it. This part is going to be the piece that drapes in the front, so measure it on yourself and decide how long you want it to hang. Since the pink sash and maroon ribbon are supposed to be separate pieces, I'm going to hot glue the pink sash on top to make it look like it was wrapped around and folded over the pink waistband. Lastly, you can add some Velcro to the back of the belt to hold it together, but I just pinned it at the back with safety pins since I forgot to buy Velcro. Once I'm finished with the sash, I am done with the costume. Here is the final transformation. If you want to see me shopping for these pieces, go subscribe to my second channel, Coolirpa Show, to see the behind the scenes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't seen Shang's costume transformation, click on Eric, and be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook for more awesome pictures. Also, you can share your creations with me using the hashtag coolirpa.